Fort Worth, Texas. For everybody that wants to know what that is, that is the Fort Worth metropolitan area. I'm very excited, very honored to be with y'all one more time on this great Wednesday morning, of course. And I'm very excited to have a good friend of mine. She's the owner and publisher of What's Up Dallas magazine. She's an actress, she's a model, she's a mother, she's a wife. But other than that, she does great things in the community by the What's Up Dallas magazine, by showcasing small business owners around the DFW with their gifts, their talents, but also in the business to impact their community. So I'm very excited, very honored, very privileged to have Rachel. Rachel, thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to come on the show this morning.
It's truly my pleasure. I absolutely love coming onto your show because I love what you do for the community as well. So anytime I get to be on here, I'm happy.
And I appreciate you. And I know you're doing a lot of great things in the community around the city. Just with the What's Up Dallas magazine, and it's been going strong ever since then. So you've been doing. So it's been what 2 years now, 3 years now.
September will be 2 years for me.
Wow, that
Yeah.
long it's already, and it's been going strong. And like I said, you've been showcasing a lot of um amazing people in the magazine, giving them their spotlight, shine, let them know the fellas in the community. How did it all come about? With What's Up Dallas magazine. What idea came about that you wanted to create this masterpiece that we see everywhere we go?
That is actually a really good question. So, the backstory to my magazine is I wanted to do something that was positive in the community. I had already experienced publishing magazines. You know, I have photography magazines still that I still publish those, but I wanted to do something more local, something that was more impactful. So, as you know, Ferman, I always pray about things, and God reveals things to you, things that will change your life and things that will help the community. So, since I had that experience publishing magazines and want to do something local, I was like, God, give me something that's going to be impactful in the community. Give me something positive because, let's be realistic. In the DFW Metroplex, there's a lot of stuff on the news that people report, but it's not good stuff. They don't ever respond to the good things on the news. So, why not be a media outlet where people can actually get some positive information, some encouragement, maybe some motivation? Maybe somebody's like walking in their steps and they don't know how to go through that challenge. Well, that's what the magazine's for. That's what the YouTube channel's for, is to help them, help someone else in their walk in life. So that's kind of how it came to fruition. God has blessed me with the title of What's Up Dallas magazine. Uh, but I have the exclamation mark because it means I have something positive to tell you in Dallas, in DFW. And the community has embraced me. They have really loved the purpose. It's a very unique magazine. It's none like any other that I've ever read about. So I'm just gonna keep continuing to be unique.
And you know what, Rachel, that's what it's all about. And we know that small businesses are the backbone in this country.
Hmm.
And just for you doing what you do,
Hmm.
you're showcasing extraordinary individuals once again who are doing extraordinary things and who are making business in the DFW in the Mitchell area. We know that the city is growing, of course. We know that millionaires, according to the reports here, we have multiple millionaires being here each and every moment, each and every day. But it's also the good side of things. But like you said, here on the news, where it's on social media, they showcase the bad side, the bad things that's taking place in our city, but not showing, not glorifying the positive things that are
Hmm.
taking place here in our community that they need to know about. Because when I looked at your magazine, I didn't know a lot of these businesses are taking place here in the
Yes.
DFW. And how all these connections came about. You reached out to them, they reached out to you. How did all these amazing connections came together?
In the beginning, I was really like going at it on Facebook. Like I was joining groups, I was leaving messages, just in the the news feed. I'll be like, if you have a business, if you have a story behind your business, let's talk. And it really started as a way of giving back to the community, to give these business owners a way of putting their name out there where they didn't have to do too much about it. They just needed to talk about how real their business was. And I think when I built those connections, I got more referrals. And then after I got more referrals, then people were just like, oh my gosh, like this girl's actually doing something in the community. And I don't get a lot of referrals, but whenever I do get referrals, it's really somebody who has a story to tell. So it's not like just anyone. I don't talk to just anyone. But I am blessed to say that I have talked with over 1,000 business owners over the course of the past 2 years. And it's been so amazing. I'm thankful for all of them.
Right. And that's what I respect about you, Ray. So how consistent you are and how consistent you been
Mhm.
with the magazine, not just with the magazine, but also you also went to the music side of things as well with What's Up Dallas as well. Also, but how
Mhm.
consistent you been and how you and your husband work together. I know your husband, he's entrepreneur as well.
Mhm.
Also, great man of God, of course. And but how y'all compliment each other with the work, the support of each other. That's a beautiful thing. We need to see more of that. We need to see more married couples supporting each other as a group and also in individual goals as well.
Mhm. Absolutely.
And that's also a great thing. Also, let's talk about that. Let's talk about What's Up Dallas music. I know you got What's Up Dallas, but also you got What's Up Dallas music. How did that all come about?
God put it on my heart, just being a music lover. So that one is still kind of what's the word? It's still kind of simmering right now because I'm waiting for God to tell me like exactly what kind of genre of artist that He wants me to reach. So I'm real passionate about providing positive content, especially when there's young folks involved.
Right.
There are young audience out there that I know I'm responsible for whatever I promote. So whenever I am about music, I know there's a lot involved into music that can really, talk to someone's mind. So that's why I haven't really pushed forward with that. But I'm just waiting for God to tell me, like, what kind of stories do you want to do? Do you want to talk about their journey with their music? Do you want to talk about their music in general? Do you want to like tell them like how they got started? So it's really kind of like, I do promote music on my channel on What's Up Dallas Magazine right now. And I also provide Christian hip hop concerts, like
Okay.
free content for anyone who can't attend these shows. I like to make sure that they are able to see what I'm seeing because these kids really need a positive outlet. They need some music, they need to know where to go. And if it's something local, I want to make sure I provide it for them. And I'll travel. I'll travel around Texas. Somebody donates for my travel time. I'm okay.
I know, right? And that's what it's all about. Before we go any further, give a big shout out to Crystal Smallwood in the comment section. She said amazing, of course. And also she said making sure guys before it is definitely the way to go. So big shout out to Crystal Smallwood as well. She has a great platform too, Rachel. She's a cancer survivor, of course, and she has an amazing story. And I
Mhm.
know that was someone you would love to have a place to get, connect with to
Yeah.
put it amazing. She has an amazing story
Mhm.
as well. So we'll give a big shout out to Cynthia Godwin. She said amazing. Big shout out to her in the comment section as well. Also, and like I said, Rachel, you're doing a lot of great things. And besides that, you also do acting as well.
Yes.
So you are into everything, and you're consistent with that. How do you balance all that from being a publisher, magazine founder, acting? How do you juggle all that
Oh my
with your
gosh.
life?
That is also a really good question. I found that scheduling things really helps out a lot. So I don't know, a lot of people know this, but I do work a part-time job at nighttime too. So my daytimes are usually when I start doing everything. Hey, I see your Miss Williams. I see you, girl. So how I balance everything is if I'm already dedicated to something that's already in my planner, I don't try to double book myself. I stay dedicated to true to my word about what I'm going to do. Um, with the acting part, I make sure that I'm able to get to where I'm going, and I'm able to commit to that on the acting scene because professionals are out there looking. They're just like, is this girl dependable? Is she not? Is she going to come through like she said she was? And for me, I believe my word is substantial and it should be. So whatever I stick to on my schedule, that's what I do. But I also try to balance my grandma time, my kids' time. I like to make sure that I'm still a good friend and I check in with people. But my helper is definitely my little planner that I keep with me everywhere and sticky notes. So that's really how it is.
Yeah, because like I said, you have a lot going on, which is good. Now, just how you and it's amazing how you balance all this out. Of course, I know you're a mother, grandmother, your wife, and how you incorporate all those things together.
Hmm.
And that's just a beautiful thing to see because some individuals they just get overwhelmed that they'll allow other things to go lacking, but you don't allow everything to go lacking. You keep everything afloat, and
Hmm.
of course, get go to God for that. But it's truly a blessing to see all that. And I really respect and honor that how you just keep everything going in the right direction. So it's truly amazing.
Oh, thank you for that. And I also want to say that um, what's really helped me, especially in this journey, is being a business owner, magazine owner, model, actress, being a mom, being a wife. Also still working that part time. Is that I try to stay consistent and disciplined with my time. And I believe without discipline, you're going to have chaos, and especially in your business. So you really have to discipline yourself to make sure that you don't overwhelm yourself. But I also make sure, is this something I really want to do?
Right.
So if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. But if God says, "Hey, you really need to go this way," or if the Holy Spirit is pushing you like putting it on your heart, like I really need to go to that event, not this one. This one is probably, not the type of genre of event that I need to go to. So I will go to the one that is going to be more positive, more impactful, more community oriented, because, the community really needs that inspiration. And if I'm out there trying to get it, it's going to happen.
Oh yeah, and that it does. And before we go any further, I want to give a big shout out to Miss Blue out of Houston, Texas. She's in the comment section. I had her on the show last night. Very awesome woman. She does music, she does radio, she does acting herself also out of Houston, Texas. So big shout out to Miss Blue in the comment section. So I don't want to forget those who are timing in with us this morning. But like I said, right, it's all about extraordinary people doing extraordinary things, living the life, living your dream, walking in your God given gifts. In Proverbs, it said that I give shall make room for us and bring for great men. It didn't say anything about your education, it didn't say about who you are. You're a gift. God gave everybody a gift. But it's up to us to tap into our gift. And you're one of the ones who are tapping into your God given ability, your God given gift, that is bringing you before great men, it's bringing for great people. And I have to say, I have to honor that you utilizing your gifts, your talents, and your potential on a regular basis, and to inspire people. And what advice would you give someone who wants to fulfill their purpose, fulfill their destiny, but don't know where to start, don't know where to go? You have people who wants to do these great things, but they don't know where to start at.
That is a really good question. And I'm going to try to answer this as best as I can. So, anybody who wants to walk on the same journey or something similar to what I'm doing, you first have to pray that God is in it. Um, so for me, my journey it's been kind of hard. It's been hard getting support from the community because people really want something that's juicy. They want some gossip. They want us to
Yeah.
spill the tea. They want to talk about topics that we're not really supposed to talk to our children. So for me, my journey has always had to have God in it. If I don't have God in my process, I'm a hot mess. And because He's the clay, we're the clay and He's the maker, so He's going to mold us however we need to go. So my first thing is pray about it and pray that God blesses you with it, and that you also bless Him with what you're doing. Because with God, anything's possible. The Bible says so.
Right. It does.
Um, so definitely, that's the first thing. Pray about it. Let God lead you, and then pray for the right connections. Because there's going to be people that are going to come to you on your platform. They're going to come to you wanting to get promotion. But you got to remember, like, do you want that kind of promotion? Do you want to promote negativity or positivity? Like, what is your purpose? What is your path? And for me, I've chose to stick with staying away from the negative or the naysayers. I want the people that are going to do something positive, or saying something positive, or inspiring the community to continue to push their dreams. So for me, go for it, but make sure God's in it first.
Yeah, hey, and that's what it is, Rachel. And that's what it's all about. And also, those that are listening, don't be discouraged either. Don't be
Mhm.
discouraged. Stay focused. Don't allow, like you said, the negativity to persuade you into a whole nother direction. But just be encouraged. Don't make emotional decisions. That makes us up too. We make decisions in our emotions, and then we messed up big time. But
Yes.
always maintain, stay focused. Um, Everything takes time too, Rachel. Everybody knows that everything takes time.
Mhm.
Starting a business takes time. Don't get fooled by social media where they'll tell you this happened to you overnight. Nothing don't happen overnight. It's a process, but trust in the process. You got a lot of people who say, well, I want to leave my job. I want to leave my job. But do you have a plan? If you want to leave,
Mhm.
if you want to transition from corporate America to starting your own business, do you have a plan? No, don't
Mhm.
just jump out there. I would say this: don't test God on a lot of things. So a lot of stuff we do be stupid stuff, and we want God to clean it up. Don't work like that. But
Mhm.
have a plan before you make that transition of wanting to leave corporate America to start your own business. We know a lot of people, Rachel, want to start their own business, but a lot of individuals do it out of their emotions. They don't think
Mhm.
things through. Remember when Jesus said a parable, have you consider the cost?
Mhm.
Don't just get out there, sit down, and think about it before you do these things. Because if you get out there and you have not sat down and considered the cost, and you fall on your face,
Yeah.
there you go. So sit down and consider the cost before you do anything. Like Jesus said, have you considered the cost? Sit down, think about it. Just think about, okay, what you getting into. Is it worth it? Do we have stuff like that? The wisdom side of things, Race. And I think a lot of times we forget about that. We forget about the wisdom side of things. Because the scripture
Mhm.
says in the multitude of counsel, there is safety.
Yes.
And it's nothing wrong with getting advice. And I know a lot of time all advice ain't good advice. I want to say that. But if it's spiritual led and it's God led, to take heed to the advice. We don't want to tell anybody don't hold your dreams, but be wise when it comes to your dreams, especially when you have responsibility. A
Right.
lot of time, Rachel, people step out unless God said it. It's a different story. But if He didn't tell you, then don't step out. If that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Yep. Yes.
So, but like you said, I know you do a lot of work. And I see you also mentioned you work part time as well. And I'm
Mhm.
still in the workforce too, because I work my job too, because I'm off today, but I still work too as well. And we
Mhm.
know when you're independent, we know that it does take some money. We
Mhm.
know it costs, but at the same time, that's what we work for to get the things that we need because we're independent. Get independent people we want to say because we don't answer to anybody when it comes to our business.
Right.
So when you're independent, you have to do these things on your own. You
Mhm.
have to So just talk about that. Independent. I know you are independent with your business, of course.
Yes.
How is that for people who wants to step out and be independent?
Oh, for me, oh my gosh. I always wanted to be a business owner.
Okay.
I've always had that mindset. I've always had that, that desire for doing something on my own because like most people, I don't want to answer to someone. I don't want somebody telling me what to do. But when it comes to being an independent business owner, I believe a lot of people take for granted how much work it actually is. For me, I don't have like a whole team around me. I publish the magazine every month. I have the YouTube channel, my Spotify channel that I'm on to, my website. I design everything myself. So for me to get started, it took me a lot of investment. It took me a lot of time investment, money investment. It took a lot of personal time away from my family because I was out trying to make a name for the magazine, trying to push it to get people to see it, and you have to step away from your family to actually do that and also get out of your comfort zone. So, it has always been said if you're comfortable, you're not going to grow.
Mm,
So for me, I really had to start talking to people. I had to really start getting to know their story. I had to start being authentic with them and actually being, for me, I had to let my guard down. I had to actually talk to them about their story and then tell them mine too. Because if you can't relate to your clients on what you're doing, then what are you doing? It just doesn't make any sense.
it
So
doesn't.
it doesn't at all. So nobody's going to promote me more than I promote myself. Nobody's going to promote me better than I promote myself. And nobody's going to be me like me. So I know I have to get out there and be what's up, Dallas, as an independent owner.
Yeah, and I understand that too, Rachel, because
Mhm.
nobody's not gonna do it but you. And I understand exactly where you come from when it comes to doing these shows, when it comes to booking people, when it comes to promoting, nobody's not going to do it but me. But no, but I appreciate the people who do support us. I don't want them to think that we don't forget about them because I don't want them taking the wrong way. But we do appreciate the people who are out there supporting, who is out there sharing our content on a regular basis. So we do appreciate y'all for that as well as
Yes.
also. So we don't want to forget about y'all. But it does take work, Rachel. We know that. I've
Mhm.
been up since I got up at 3 o'clock this morning, went to the gym this morning. I know I had to do the show with you this morning at 10. And I gotta do another show tonight at 7. But
Mhm.
it's the work we have to do in order to get the name out there, in order to get our work out there. And it's all
Mhm.
about staying consistent. And you see, and I seen a lot of people who start these things and they don't finish it. They
Mhm.
just disappear off the planet Earth. But I tell anybody, you have to stay consistent, and it has to be something that you're passionate about. It has to be something that you're deeply, deeply serious about. And I believe this too, Rachel. Whatever you
Mhm.
do in life, whether you're a wife, put in 1,000%, husband, 1,000%, business owner, 1,000%, working for someone, 1,000%. Whatever you do, put in 1,000% what you do. And we can't be
Yeah.
lazy with this thing. You can't base stuff off emotion. Well, I feel like, okay, I'm feeling today, so I'm gonna do it today. When it comes, I don't feel like doing, I'm not gonna do it. That's when you really know when you don't feel like doing it, when the flesh gets in the way. But we know that we have to bypass the flesh. Because what Paul says, no good thing don't come out the flesh. So we have to get out of our flesh and get in the spirit realm in order to feel the obligation. Because we know, Rachel, that it's not about us, but it's about the people that we have to reach on a regular basis. And
Mhm.
then people that we don't even know as well.
Exactly.
Because that's what it's all about. It's all about the people we come in contact with. I know about you, but you doing the magazine, you're being a voice for those who are in small business, but they're not being showcased as much,
Mhm.
But like I said earlier, small businesses are the backbone in our community, of course, in our country.
Yes. Yes, they
And
are.
and just to have these individuals showcase on a regular basis is a beautiful thing. And also for those who wants to subscribe to the magazine, how can they subscribe to the magazine? as well. Also, it's all about supporting you and the work that you're doing. And ladies and gentlemen, the magazine is beautiful. It's well organized, it's real structured, real put, and it's something that you enjoy reading. Not just that, just reading, but reading these individual stories, and their
Hmm.
stories will inspire you. Their stories will motivate you. And it's like, oh wow, if they're living their dream, I can do the same thing too. So there is no excuse. So how can we go about pushing the magazine and supporting you in the work that you're doing?
Well, I am still working on the subscription service,
Yeah.
but if anybody would like to purchase a copy of a magazine, I do have a link on my website. So it's whatsupdallasmagazine.com. And there's a tab that says order your magazines here. You can just pick any issue that's there. I post it every single month. So people just go to the link, order it, and it ships directly to wherever you're at. And our biggest support that we have right now that we really, really need is the shares. It's not even the comments. It's not even like, having to buy a magazine at this point. We just need to reach people in the community. We need people to talk about What's Up Dallas magazine because this is a community magazine. I do involve poetry from the community in there. I talk about events. From our April edition, we actually put some stuff in there for autism awareness for people who don't know have the resources for it. Um, all the links on there for parents to reach out to. And every month is going to be geared towards something uh, either in history or something that's going to be local DFW or a holiday of some sort. So we really need people to start sharing the content because with the shares, we reach more people. More people will see it if they share it. And I'm not even asking for finances at this time. I just need the shares. That's it.
Man, hey, and that's simple, just the shares. Hey, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we're gonna be right back with our Q&A discussion.
Yeah. Monday through Saturday, I open my Bible. Bible showed me how to walk in the spirit. Spirit of God, hell with decision. Jesus that leads me straight to the prison. Fruit of the spirit, of heaven we water. Plant won't grow with diamond water. Sunday sprinkles just not on the water. Words of Christ is water my soul. It fills my bowl, it overflow. To these souls that dry and cold. So lost without you, don't know where to go. Here I am, available soul. Renewing my mind, take out the time. Study alone, put down the phone. No distraction, no drama, no problem. All these things are giving the ball. I'm walking the spirit. Just the flesh is not my thing. Obey what I say to do. Not just some Sunday man. I walk in the spirit. I talk in the spirit. I live in the spirit. I move in the spirit. Yeah, I'm walking the spirit. Just the flesh is not my thing. Obey what I say to do. Not just some Sunday man. I walk in the spirit. I talk in the spirit. I live in the spirit. I move in the spirit. Yeah. Early mornings for do hit the ground. Thinking your face, you show me around. Show me the place in the spiritual world. Placing more precious than diamonds and pearl. Value one more than the silver and gold. I follow your spirit wherever you go. I can't go a day without seeking you. Directions, all that's that come from you. You order my steps, green light my ways. I know it's okay to do it their way. Peace about it, I know it's okay to do it your way. It's always safe. Fruit of the spirit will grow on my tree. Keep walking flesh and curse my tree. Living goodness, meek and tender. Kindness that will come from me. I'm walking the spirit. Just the flesh is not my thing. Obey what I say to do. Not just some Sunday man. I walk in the spirit. I talk in the spirit. I live in the spirit. I move in the spirit. Daily I'm walking the spirit. Just the flesh is not my thing. Obey what I say to do. Not just some Sunday man. I walk in the spirit. I talk in the spirit. I live in the spirit. I move in the spirit. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back here on the Walking This Way Impact Boys podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Ferman Jackson Jr., along with my special guest, the founder, CEO, What's Up Dallas Magazine, Rachel. Of course, big shout out to King David, Walking the Spirit. Matter of fact, he's to the comment section. So he said, thank you so much. So big shout out to King David out of my hometown, of course, of Mobile, Alabama. So, we're doing showcasing music videos, of course, also commercials as well. So if you got a music video or you got some music you want to plug in on the show, get at me. I would love to showcase it here on the show. It's all about taking doing great things. And also it's all about reaching nations and reaching the masses of people that we come in contact with on a regular basis. But also we're here with Rachel as well. Rachel's doing a lot of great things in the community. And she's one of the ones who are showcasing a lot of individuals here in the DFW and the surrounding areas on their gifts. That's what it's all about. It's all about celebrating those, Rachel, who we come in contact with. Let them know that, hey, your work is not in vain and that God does not forget your labor of love. And that's what we all about, right? Our labor of love on a regular basis. And it's not about us. And Rachel, that it's not about us, but it's about those whom we come in contact with, celebrating with them and also cheering them on as well also. So, what else we got coming up next, Rachel? Because we know that this year almost over with. We're already in the 7th month already, and we know this is the first week of July. So what's next on What's Up Dallas? What can we expect coming out next?
Well, What's Up Dallas Magazine. I have a fashion show coming up with Only Dallas Fashion. Nick Moreno, he's the owner from there. Real good friend of mine. He's asked me to be a sponsor for the fashion show, and I'm so happy that they included me into it because I love fashion too. So it's kind of one of those things. If the fashion show is tasteful, I can post it. I can promote it because fashion is another driving force in the industry. But I have that coming up. I have so many interviews for my YouTube channel coming up. A lot of Christian hip hop artists. I'm real passionate about Christian hip hop. It resonates with me. I believe their stories are powerful. And of course, I'm a hip hop girl. That's what I like. So whenever I get a chance to let someone speak their testimony, it's really something that I'm passionate about. It's not like they have to pay me to do it or they have to pay to be on my show or anything like that. I take donations. Believe me, I do. I really love donations because they really help me get to the next event that I have coming up. But I really am passionate about people telling their testimony. I had somebody that was a practicing witch, Christian hip hop artist, that she was a New Age witch, and she spoke her testimony on how she became a Christian and how God revealed himself to her. And then I had a lot of music artists that came forward. They used to be in the gang life, and they're now helping others break out of that cycle. And then there's a recovery center that I've been working with, the Well Recovery Center in DFW. Shout out to them for all the stuff they're doing in South Dallas. We have an event actually on Saturday that I'm going to put on my YouTube channel. So helping to reach the masses and let people know that there is help in their community. And if y'all need any resources for anyone out there that needs resources from the community, I have a really large list that I'm going to post again on my YouTube, on my Facebook page to let people know these resources are out there for you. It's like a 2-page list of nothing but things in the community to help out.
Man, that's awesome. And like I say, you just stay, I don't want to stay busy, but you stay very, very productive. Like I say, it's truly amazing how you doing all this within 24 hours in a day. Mm-hmm. Like, that's truly amazing. Mm-hmm. It really is. Like, where you get all this energy from? People talk about me all the time. Like, do you ever sleep? So what do you got this, like, because like I said, you have a lot going, and that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. But do people ever ask you, how do you sleep? How do you sleep?
I actually I don't, honestly, I don't know where I get all the energy from, but coffee really helps, by the way. So I have my coffee, but then I think what really drives my force behind what I'm doing is because I want God to be pleased with what I'm doing. If
Right.
I'm here and He gave me this purpose, I want to continue doing what He told me to do, and I believe the Holy Spirit is with me in whatever I'm out there doing. Every event that I go to, there's always that reassurance that where I'm at is where I'm supposed to be at that moment. Somebody
Right.
says something to me that reminds me that my purpose is not forgotten, that people are actually seeing what I'm doing, that, they're starting to resonate with it, that they appreciate this kind of media outlet out here in the community, because it's a terrible place majority of the time. There's a lot of people, a lot of crime, a lot of violence, a lot of bad news, and we try to help the community as much as we can. And I believe I get my energy from pursuing the passion that God gave me for it, because
Yeah.
I don't think of it like a business. I think of it like it's my purpose, and I believe that helps.
Yeah, and you know what? I understand where you're coming from, Ray. I was just sitting here thinking, as you were speaking, I was here thinking that whatever you're doing, do it with 1,000%. Whether you getting paid for or you're not getting paid for it, still put in the work 1,000%. Still work in the spirit of excellence. Don't focus on. I think a lot of time, people, Rachel, people get discouraged because they don't have the funding to get this stuff done.
Mhm.
But I do believe if you perfect it, put
Mhm.
in the, work in the spirit of excellence, operate in the spirit of excellence, the funding is gonna come.
Mhm.
But whatever you're doing, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you put in 1,000% of what you're doing. Whether whether you get paid for it, you're not getting paid for it. Still put in 1,000% because the work will pay for itself. When you enter a room, you ain't got to introduce yourself because they already know who you are.
Mhm. Yes.
So just keep putting in the work. That's all you have to do. Just keep putting in the work, and it's gonna pan out. I know I've been doing this for a long time. I know you've been doing this for a while yourself, but it's all
Mhm.
about. But we constantly evolving, though, Rachel. That's the thing about it. We're constantly evolving. We constantly getting new creative ideas.
Mhm.
So the growth don't stop. We can stop it, but why stop it when we're like the Bible said, He take us from glory to glory to glory. So we just want to go up from here. We don't want to go down,
Mhm.
but we want to go up from here because He gonna give you creative ideas, and that's what it's all about: perfecting everything that we do. It's
Yeah.
all about Him uplifting His kingdom, of course, but bringing people into the kingdom.
Mhm.
Because Rachel, we are the light of the world. He said we are the light of this world. And the city needs us. He didn't put us here for just be here and dub, but he did it for a reason, and it's to impact lives. And
Mhm.
just go along with this major journey.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And I know you didn't ask me this, but I'm going to put this little nugget in there for someone who may be struggling in their business. So I posted a short, a YouTube short about how I get over like discouragement, because as business owners, we do get discouraged sometimes. Sometimes, the money's not rolling in. It's not always consistent, but whenever you're going through a hard time, always rely on God for what He's doing, because He's never failed me. He's always come through for my business. Even when I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do next? Like, I have like this event, I have no finances, whatever, to go to it. I'll get like a mystery donor. Somebody will donate to my magazine, to my purpose, to be like, hey, I don't know, but something called me to donate to your business. So I'm going to be faithful. I'm going to do this. Or like the next event that I go to, they may not, pay me to be there, but I'm there to show love to them and to show some inspiration. And they bless me anyways, and that's really like, I was like, oh my God, that's only God right there. So but that's
Yeah.
how I beat discouragement, because I'll be honest with you, it's hard to be positive in a negative world. It really is. And people don't want to resonate with the positive as much as they do the negative because they're so used to it. So they're
Hmm.
like, they look at me kind of crazy, be like, "Oh, what's up, Dallas? Like, what is that about?" I was like, "Oh, I'm trying to bring you some positive news." They're just like, "Are you like, the magazine, or are you like, shouts out to all those other magazines that are out there doing their thing." But I was like, I'm only going to provide you the positive feedback and the positive businesses and the positive music that's out there because that's my thing. That's my niche.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And I applaud you, Rachel, for what you're doing, and it's great work. And I was featured in one of the magazines as well, and that was a truly a blessing to see that. And that's what it's all about: uplifting our community, uplifting each other, supporting each other. And like I said, it's not all about the finances, but just sharing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Just sharing the interview that you do on your platform, on your YouTube channel, the magazine. That's what it's all about. They need it takes a village. You know they say it takes a village to raise children.
It really
Well, it takes a village to uplift these businesses that are around us on the regular
mhm.
basis. And like you said, when you show up, God miraculously blesses you when you show up. And it's all about you just showing up. I think about Isaiah 119 when he said, "If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat
Yeah.
the good of the land." All we have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is be willing and obedient, and we eat the good of the land. God gonna honor His word. We just have to trust Him at His word. He gonna provide the rest.
Hmm. Absolutely.
He's gonna
Absolutely.
provide. He's gonna provide the rest. So I know I know about to ready to get off the air, Rachel. I know you have a very productive schedule ahead of you, and I thank you for squeezing me into your schedule. So, what words of advice, what sounds of wisdom do you have here for the listen audience? Listen to us right now, and will listen to us in the near future.
I the words of advice that I can give to anyone is find your passion. Your passion is not what you do for work. Okay. I want people to understand that. What you're passionate about is going to be your driving force behind what you're meant to do. So for me, my passion is to let people be seen, be noticed, and let their testimonies be out there. I love talking to people. I love hearing about people's stories because I know that it's going to help me in my long run. So why wouldn't it help someone else? So my advice would be pray about it always, good or bad. Give thanks to God for what He's given you because without Him we would be nothing. Um, don't don't be discouraged by negative talk or people trying to stop you from what you're doing. That's happened too. And I keep pushing because God keeps giving. So I'm going to keep going. And, even, stay encouraged that even if the finances may not flow in consistently, God's always going to come through if you bring Him into it all the time, every single time. And, understand that it doesn't happen overnight. If you want to run a business, it doesn't happen overnight. You got to work hard. You're going to have to talk to people, and you're also going to need help. So, those are my words of advice for anybody out there. So, yes.
Yeah, that's it. And also just to add to it, have fun. Have fun.
Mhm.
No, Jesus said I came that you might have life and have more abundantly. So have fun at what you're doing. Enjoy the process, but have fun with it. Enjoy life, knowing that He has your back. God has His best interest for your heart. Cause we know He tells us He know the thought He thinks towards of us. Of course,
Mhm.
they're good and not of evil, bring it to our expected end. So enjoy the expectations, knowing that He has your best interest. Like I say this on the show all the time too, Rachel. God did not make us to be a waste.
Right.
He made you. You're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Mhm.
You're the apple of His eye. You're the head and not the tail. These are things that God say about us. So you need to start thinking about yourself. If God see the value in you, if God see your net worth, watch it back. God see your kingdom worth,
Mhm.
then why are you looking down on yourself
Yeah.
when He tell you that you're the apple of His eye? You're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Mhm.
You know, I'm just
Absolutely.
letting Let everybody know you're not made to be a waste, and don't let negative words tell you otherwise.
Mm, that part.
You
That
get into
part.
that word yourself. That yeah, is that you get into the word yourself. Learn who you are in Him.
Hmm.
I just want to leave that to the door, though, Rachel. Like I say, I appreciate you again, once again. Also, go ahead and plug in your media sites for us to support you and follow you in the work that you're doing as well. I do not want to forget about that.
Absolutely. So my all my social media is really consistent. Consistent on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, my website. Everything is all tapped in with the same social link. So it's at What's Up Dallas Magazine. I made sure that I did that so people would just find me really easily. If there's somebody out there that hears this message and they want to donate to the purpose, because we do go to events for the community, I do have a Cash App link. It's What's Up Dallas Donate. And I promise you, and I don't use any of it for my own personal gain. It's just so I can get to the next thing that I'm going to. Um, because we're all about that positivity, and that's how we're able to provide this content for everyone. So if you want to donate, What's Up Dallas is What's Up Dallas Donate, and our social is What's Up Dallas Magazine, all over every platform.
Right, most definitely, and that's important too, ladies and gentlemen. Always giving back too as
Mhm.
well. Find an organization that you're passionate about that you can start giving into as well. Because I know, Rachel, there are some organizations out there who are going unnoticed. So for us that are
Mhm.
in this platform that we in, it's good that we give back to them as well. Because like I said, there's a lot of organizations who are being unnoticed right now. Now,
Mhm.
not too long ago, I reached out to a friend of mine in my hometown of Mobile because I want to partner with her. What she's doing, she has an organization where she wants. It's about which sponsoring a child when it comes to up for the upcoming school year. Some
Mhm.
children don't have the school supplies, but she had put something together where people can sponsor a child, like getting them things they need for school. And I thought that was a great idea, and I was getting with her to help push that to the forefront because be help with that because that's what it's all about. It's all about giving. It's not about the Bible says it's a blessing to give than receive. A lot of people don't want to hear that. They want to be on the receiving end of receiving all the time. No,
Right, right.
God would when you give, God show okay, I can trust you
Mhm.
because you're not gonna take it and splurge it on yourself. But when we come into abundance, it's all
Mhm.
about giving back. A lot of people forget about that.
Mhm.
Once you start giving, watch how God will start blessing you. And I'm not saying you're doing to be seen, but find that organization you're passionate about and start sowing. It's not even about money. You can start
Mhm.
sharing whatever they got going on. Share what they got going on. That's another thing too. People forget about Rachel. They think it's about giving, which is good. Like you said earlier, just share.
Just share it. That's it. Let us reach the masses. And I'm very passionate about helping others out. And I mean, I don't know if people really understand the power of sharing a post. So I could reach my, 1.8 thousand followers on my Facebook page, like if they're actually seeing it, right?
Hmm.
But if those followers, those 1.8 1,000 people actually share that post to their posts, to their people, to their pages, it can reach 1 million people uh, in one post. And that way, those 1 million people will actually see that this purpose is out there. That's why
That's
I'm
true.
very passionate about sharing stuff, because it doesn't cost nothing to share. It
It
doesn't.
don't. It
Like
don't.
if you truly support something, share it. That's all
It
I gotta
don't.
say.
And that's it. And that's how you have to do it. And don't be lazy with it either. And I think that's another time too, Rachel, that spirit of laziness kick in where oh, I don't feel like sharing it. Oh, I don't feel like now we gotta get out of that. You have to work social media, ladies and gentlemen. Work social media to your advantage. Like reels. I didn't know that. Big shout
Yeah.
out to Jenna I had on the show and she was teaching the class and Jenna was saying utilize the reels. because reels are constantly recycling. And those reels, when you post a reel, ladies and gentlemen, the reels go all around the world. They go all around everywhere, and it's constantly recycling. And that's how you gain more followers. And if they like your reel, they're going to share with other people. So utilize those reels. If you're not utilizing reels, utilize the reels. Also, I think the Facebook stories too. Mm-hmm. People watching your stories as well, but utilize those reels. Utilize those reels. It comes to recycling. And that's how people start sharing your stuff as well. And I just want to put that out there also.
Yeah, I will piggyback on that. I get more comments from my stories than I do on my posts. So for anybody who thinks that people are not watching, they are definitely watching. And they love to see your stories.
Yeah, they do. They love seeing your stories. So stay consistent. Whatever you do, stay consistent. Like I said, we're about to get ready to leave. I know, Rachel, I know you have stuff you have to get to do as well. I'm not going to hold you. I got to do another show tonight at 7 p.m. I also want to give a big shout out to Shiloh. She got her segment at 8 p.m. It's Financial Wisdom with Shiloh. Shiloh going to be on air tonight. She comes in at 8 out of Houston, Texas. So you don't want to miss that as well. Other than that, man, y'all have a great day. Remember, love yourself. Invest in yourself. Know your kingdom worth. Know your net worth. And I will see y'all tonight here on Walking This Way Impact What's Podcast. Be best, everybody. Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel.
You're very welcome.
Awesome. So we got this thing, everybody. Y'all have a great day. Peace, everybody.
We gripping it with two hands. Back touchdown, and you know we running through that. Bad bang, ooh yeah, she love it when I do that. Pull her hair with rumble from the back, grip her with two hands. Spinning for a two-piece, well I meant to say two bands. Everybody be the man, but I already knew that.
Michael Corleone, bringing that pressure to all of the opposite. Kill you see it, a block miss. On the block with a Glock hanging out the bed. That affection, I swear I'm gon' make them spin it. Out the top of the drop when I let up a sip. Wanna live like this shit, be a part of the beat. Wanna come like this shit, better change your attention. In that order, I'm a chief that I mentioned. On in your 40 and see how you get. Beat up, I'm disrespecting them. Wisdom gon' come when you see what is written. Under the sand, gotta see what been hidden. Ain't got no money, but flooded a pendant. Come in the strip, but can't live in a prison. Ain't cut like this, it ain't even be. You must be dumb. Damn.
Spinning for a two-piece, well I meant to say two bands. I just bought a two-piece, cooking it in two pans. We gripping it with two hands. Back touchdown.